What's up, I'm Troubleshoot. In this quick guide, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about the upcoming wipes in Arc Raiders. It's really not what a lot of people are thinking. There's a ton of worry about bad things happening, forced wipes, etc. However, it's nothing like that. The upcoming wipe is completely optional. You don't need to participate if you don't need. On screen now is everything you'll be losing if you choose to wipe your character. If you do choose to wipe your character, you'll be getting a ton of benefits from it, which we'll get into in just a moment. In order to actually participate in this wipe, you'll need to do quite a bit of work beforehand, all the way up until December 14th, which is about 3 days from releasing this video, in which you'll have a 5-day window from the 15th to the 20th to opt in to this optional wipe, and on the 21st, your character will be wiped if you choose to go with this, and you'll be given a bunch of rewards in return. This whole wipe system is called, under Raider at the very top, down here, the projects. Basically, what you're doing is you're building this spaceship to send your character off far beyond the Rust Belt, and they'll go and do their own things out there, a one-way journey. Over 6 separate parts, which I can't show you here, you'll be chucking a bunch of resources into this in order to build it, and once you've completed all 5 major sections, the 6th one is just waiting for departure, which is where I am and everyone else. You can progress all the way to this stage here before you need to commit to opting in to wiping your character on the 15th if you wish. If you choose to wipe your character, I'd highly recommend you keep a balance, or at least an overall value, of 5 million coins for the main reason that a lot of people will be doing this wipe, which is an extra 5 skill points for each million in value that you have, counting both your balance and your actual stash value, which I'll show you how to figure out in just a second. You'll receive in your skill tree an extra 5 points, taking you from just 75 to 80 points, which opens up a few more doors. For example, where I am right now, I could sink in another 5, opening a few more doors, which may sound like a lot, but it's not an incredible amount where you'll be getting a ton of extra distance over other players. For example, I started off in the conditioning tree before switching entirely to survival, only for them to nerf security breach lockers, but beyond the point, right now I have 11 points in conditioning. If I choose to optionally wipe my character with 5 million in balance, in the next wipe, if I follow through this exact same path, I'll have another 5 points, probably as soon as you begin, on level 1, to sink into my conditioning tree, for example, where it'll take me up to 16 points, unlocking me one of these major ones, plus another step beyond that. It's not a huge amount of difference, and it's not going to mean that any character that doesn't wipe with 5 million in balance is going to be far behind. In fact, the difference isn't going to be that crazy. That's the main reason that people will be choosing to wipe their characters in this optional wipe. What exactly does it take away? Well, first of all, obviously all of your Raider token purchases / credit unlocks like character skins and things like that will be staying on your account. You'll be keeping your Raider tokens, and of course anything you purchased from the store for real cash, Raider tokens, etc. You'll be able to customize your character basically exactly as you are able to right now, as all of your cosmetics will carry across. Of course, this also includes the trials system, which if you've been participating, you can progress further by doing different quests, getting a few rewards, which include, obviously, a couple of emotes, attachments, skins, and things like that. If you've unlocked anything from here, these will be kept as well, though I assume everyone will be knocked back down to the beginning stage as the new season begins, where you can progress all the way through, getting yourself a couple of new skins, emotes, and things like that. Your skill tree obviously will be reset back down to a clean slate where you can start progressing through a different tree or the same ones if you like them. For me, I'll definitely still be rushing security breach, and besides that, basically whatever else seems to suit me, but you will need to progress through all 75 player levels once more. Maybe there'll be more, who knows, in order to actually get yourself places here. Speaking of progressing through the levels all the way back at the very beginning, when you hit play, you only had Dam Battlegrounds unlocked, and you needed to complete a couple of raids to unlock Blue Gate, Spaceport, and Buried City. Well, when the wipe actually happens, if you choose to opt in, you'll still be able to play any map, including Stella Montes, immediately, even from level 1, which is pretty good. And of course, your workshop will be resetting as well, although the details about this are a bit confusing to say the least. do let me know if I've got this wrong down below. Every station that you've unlocked, you'll be keeping. So if you unlock the medical lab, it'll still be here. However, my medical lab level 3 will be dropped back down to level 1, and I'll need to upgrade it next season to unlock the better crafts like the defib, Vita spray, etc. Everything here will be reset back down to level 1, meaning you'll have to start collecting resources to get them back up next season and things like that. Scrappy as well will be reset back down to level 1, so your increased rates of collecting things while you're out playing the game will be a lot less. And of course, any progression on quests that you've got with traders will be reset as well. I don't think I can pull anything up here. Yeah, they're all grayed out. So you'll be starting anew. And of course, I'm pretty sure some quests have already changed a little bit, not to mention there'll likely be new quests, which again, I'll be covering. So you'll find all of them on my channel when the next season begins. A little bit more minor. Entries into your codex will remain as well, so you'll still know about all of these different people, traders, Toledo, Ark, etc. Nothing crazy is happening here. And obviously, the Dex tab at the very top, you'll still keep everything you've actually unlocked from here, besides the items in your inventory, that is, such as these skins, raider tokens, and emotes, things like that. But of course, a new raider deck should be unlocked in the next season, and I'm pretty sure as well, if you earned up tens of thousands of credits, you won't be able to just finish it all in one day. These are likely going to be reset back down to 0 as well, but you do earn them for free just by completing feats every day. Leaderboards that stay active will stay as well. So under trials, the leaderboards here, they apparently should stay as they are. Not too sure how this will work. And of course, losing progress in some places, you actually benefit in others. Besides those things being kept, the obvious things that you'll be losing are all of your items inside of your inventory, as well as the stash upgrades which you bought, bringing you up to the maximum of 280. You'll need to earn your Raider coins once more and buy your way through upgrading your stash all the way to the max size as I have here. If you head across to your workshop and hit R, or the key down here, to check out your blueprints, you'll also be losing all of the unlocked blueprints that you have here. Now, I have heard of some people saying they're going to take existing blueprints in their inventory, drop it to another player who's not going to reset, and get them back after the wipe. I'm pretty sure there won't be a patch for anything like that. That is something you could do, though it's just a bit unethical, I guess. If you'd like to get a head start, you could probably stock keep some important blueprints, like ones from the Matriarch and Queen. Your coins as well will obviously be reset back down to 0, your player level 2, your invested skill points back down to 0, and apparently your Raider Den, which is this place here. As you can see in the background, I've got weapons up on the shelf. If you've got rubber ducks and things like that, they'll be collected on your shelf, as well as the floor and other places. And with that, we've seen basically everything that we'll be keeping and everything we'll be losing. But what exactly do you get if you choose to opt in to this optional project or reset? Well, you'll obviously be getting those extra skill point tokens for each million you have in currency, and of course, including your stash value. The easiest way to figure this out is to just hold control and spam click basically everything you have here. If you've got hundreds of items, this is going to take quite a while, but just let go of control while you're scrolling. 182 clicks later, right click, you can see I've got a value of about 800,000 plus my existing 3.4 takes me to about 4.2, meaning I've still got quite a bit of farming to do to get a total value of 5 million. You don't need to sell everything for its account. Then as well, you'll also be getting temporary boosts, which, as far as I know, last all the way up until the next optional reset, for which you'll also get added temporary boosts, giving you even more progression ability as everything stacks. So you can expect, if you choose to wipe next season, Scrappy will have an increased collection ability, so there'll be even more items more quickly from Scrappy while you're out playing. You'll earn XP slightly faster, meaning you can progress back through your skill tree a little bit quicker to get back to where you were previously. And of course, further, you'll have increased weapon repairs, which is a little bit vague, but I assume when you right-click to repair a weapon, you'll be given slightly more durability each repair for the same cost in components and things like that, which is pretty useful. Then you'll also be given additional stack space every time you complete an expedition, which is what this entire wipe is called. So your stash should be a little bit bigger than 280. It'll probably be around somewhere like 300 once it's fully upgraded next season. And of course, on top of this, there's a couple of permanent unlocks like next season. You'll be unlocking the Patchwork Raider outfit, the Scrappy Janitor cap, an Expeditions indicator icon. I'm not too sure what that is, but I guess it's something next to your name, like a emblem slash prestige icon, skill points depending on stash value, and an extra 12 stash space, as well as a 10% repair buff, 5% XP boost, and 6% more materials from Scrappy, which is pretty good. Obviously, none of these are completely game breaking. If you've got a job and a life to tend to, and you're not able to reach the full 5 million / collect everything you need to actually embark on this all, well, it's not the end of the world, as you can just keep everything you have already and just keep playing as is. If you're only level 30, you can still keep progressing past level 30 as you would usually, just completely skipping this first optional wipe and doing the next one or the one after that, or of course just never wiping if you like keeping your current skills and not progressing beyond that basically. Again, it's completely optional. You don't have to grind and commit to this particular wipe, but you can, if you want, do that for future wipes. If you're enjoying the game as is, keep playing it. Otherwise, optionally wipe your character and have a bit more to do next season. Obviously, you've only got 5 days to make a decision when the door actually opens until it closes, and if you don't happen to do it then, you'll probably be waiting about a month or two before the next optional time you're able to wipe your character. But yeah, hopefully this video demystified a few things for you. Do let me know down below if I've missed out on anything. I don't think I have. And of course, if you haven't already, check out my interactive maps website, maps.techno.co, for everything you need to know about every building, with a complete X-ray view through every floor now for the Spaceport, Dam Battlegrounds, and Buried City map, with Blue Gate very close to completion, and of course Stellamont is coming in the near future. If you'd like to support my development on this website, do check it out. It really helps a lot. If you like this video, hit like, consider subscribing as I've got a lot more Arc Raiders content coming, and of course, let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching, mine's been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.